Well, welcome to tonight's basketball game. We're at the Gideon Gym where the Gideon Bulldogs play host to the Holcomb Hornets. I'm Bill Hampton. Ed Gargas will be joining me in just a moment. Gideon comes into this game with a record of 4 wins and 8 losses. Holcomb comes in with a record of 3-9. Both teams are in a rebuilding year, and both teams have brand new coaches. Seth Broom is the coach for the Holcomb Hornets, and Daniel Sexton, the head coach for the Gideon Bulldogs. We'll be talking more about those two gentlemen and their assistants in just a minute. We want to tell you that the Holcomb Hornets, they're purple and white, their school colors. Jeff Bullock is the superintendent. Ashley McMillan, the high school principal. The athletic director, head coach for Holcomb is Seth McBroom, and the assistant coach is Matt Casper. For the Gideon Bulldogs, they're are black and gold, their school colors. Dr. David Hollingshead is the superintendent. Assistant superintendent is Susan West. High school principal is Keenan Buchanan. And the head coach is Daniel Sexton. Assistant is Jim Brees. Again, both teams in a rebuilding year. Holcomb got a big win their last game out as they defeated Neelyville at Neelyville. Gideon, on the other hand, played a very tough team, ranked 7th in the state in the Clarkton Reindeer. They were down 31 in the first quarter, came back, got as close as 10, but ended up losing that game to a very tough Clarkton Ball Club. Glad that you've joined us tonight. We want to tell you that this game is sponsored by, in part, Allen Christian in Dexter, A-Plus Medical Equipment in Dexter, Three Rivers Community College, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Shop Historic Downtown Dexter Retailers. Also, the attorneys, Welch, Todd, and Parker, they're located in Malden, and Glenn Sane of Rector, Kennett, and Paragould. If you enjoy watching high school basketball on YHC TV, stop by and tell those fine folks that help bring that game how much you enjoy it. Both teams are warming up, and Ed Gargas just sitting down here to join me. Ed, glad to have you in tonight.
Great to be here, Bill. A lot of wonderful people in the crowd, seeing a lot of familiar faces. Again, I don't know if you mentioned yet, and I apologize, I might be a couple minutes late, but it's where it all started with the Ed Gargas and Brother Bill broadcasting a year ago, roughly this time last year.
Well, I believe it was the Richland game last year.
Yes, it was.
And always glad to have you come along and help call this game with us. Tell us who the cheerleaders are for both teams and their sponsors, if you would.
Sure. Starting off with Holcomb High School, representing the freshman class is Taylor Moody, Britlin Pikey, Katie Tucker, Elizabeth Weaver. From the sophomore class is Chelsea Ackridge, Reagan Collins, Kara Von Ruden, Kelsey Wayne. From the junior class, we have Mallory Jones, and the seniors this year are Megan Clark and Brittany Nash. Coaches or sponsors this year are Angie Jones and Jana Rickman. And from Gideon, representing the freshman class is Brittany Campbell, Tasha Davis, Billy Marshall, Haley Rudd, Brooke Spears, Ashley Yeager. Sophomore class, we have Christy Sharp. Junior class is Chelsea Michael, Sierra Randolph, Samantha Reinhardt. And the seniors on the squad this year are Erica Shepard, Andy Woodall, and Cassie Wolverton. And their sponsor is Miss Mary Landers.
I'll tell you what, Ed, I don't know where they get this music, but it's got to be 3 for 1 because, my goodness, I don't recognize a thing. and they got it turned up so loud I can barely hear you talk. I hope our listeners out there, our viewers out there can hear it.
I'm sure they can. We were talking about that before we got on the air here, the design of the gymnasium here.
Oh.
We're sitting up on the second level, if you will, but the Quonset-style hut, I think that some of that sound just reaches and it rolls right down that ceiling right back to us.
It reverberates back to you. But again, a nice crowd on hand for both schools, and we're glad that you've joined us on YHC TV. Now that the music's over, maybe we can get down to playing a little basketball. We're going to tell you that the national anthem tonight is going to be sung by Tasha Davis. She is a freshman.
Who
Well, we're ready for the starting lineups. Might tell you the referees tonight, Gary Moore and Lee Jones, 2 officials. Again, Holcomb comes into this game with a record of 3 wins, 9 losses. Seth McBroom, the head coach, Matt Casper, the assistant. Number 10, a 5'11 junior, Chase Branch. Number 21, a 6'2 junior, Lucas Fuller. A 6'1 junior, number 22, Chad Adams. Number 24, Michael Casey. He is a 6'3 senior. And number 40, a 6'3 senior, Heath Murdoch. That's the starting lineup for the Holcomb Hornets. Gideon Bulldogs come into this game with a record of 4 wins, 8 losses. Daniel Sexton is the head coach. Jim Brees is the assistant. Number 3, a 5'7 sophomore, Curtis Miller. Number 10, a 5'8 junior, is Jack Deckpro. That's Jake DePro. Number 12, 5'7 senior, Travis Miller. Number 20, a 5'7 senior, is Jared Foster. And number 32, a 6'2 senior, Jared Boone. Well, that's the starting lineup for both teams. We're ready for basketball action. Looks like Gary Moore will toss the ball up. See who will be jumping center for both teams. Ed, they did not announce when we were going to replay this game, so we'll have to get it out to the schools to let them know. I gave Keenan Buchanan, the principal here, the form that we use to tell them when we're going to play it, but hopefully you folks catch it, because we've had several folks ask and they were supposed to announce. We'll try to get that done at halftime.
I'm sure we can. I'm sure we can.
Jordan Boone and Michael Casey. Boone for Gideon. Gideon's in white. Casey was in the purple. Holcomb's in purple. Gideon in white. Foster with the ball. Holcomb is in a. Okay. I believe they're in a. I can't tell if it's a 1. I know they're playing a man-to-man against Boone. We know that. The rest of them are in a zone, and I want to call it a 1-1-2. But I've never seen a 1-1-2. Surely it's a 2-2, a box.
That's kind of what I was thinking, Bill. But
Boone did break loose, got the ball, and put the shot up. Did not go. Holcomb with the ball down the floor. Out front with it is Adams. He gets it over to Fuller. Fuller to Branch. Inside to Murdoch. He's working inside. He's a big guy. Puts it up, scores it. First 2 points of the night, Heath Murdoch. 7:03 to go in this first quarter. Holcomb on top. They draw first score. Glad you've joined us on YHC TV, your hometown channel for all your high school sports news. Miller puts up a 3-pointer. He scores it. Travis Miller.
Nice shot.
I want to tell you, the Miller boys will just hound you to death.
Yes, they will.
Fuller in, puts it up, scores it. Nice drive by Lucas Fuller. Miller in the corner, skips it over to Depro. He goes inside, kicks it back out to Curtis Miller for 3. Will not go. Rebounded by the smallest guy on the floor, Depro. He puts it up, will not go. We're going to have a foul. First foul of the night. Lucas Fuller on the back. First foul of the game on either team. Ed Depro Jake Depro for Gideon just has a way. This is the 3rd time I've seen the young man play, and he just has a way to find a knack to get a rebound. He's only 5'8", but he finds a way to get inside, and he plays inside. Look at, he's set up down on the low post. Ball skipped over to Foster. Foster down to Depro, back out to Foster, to Miller. That's Curtis Miller. He's going to drive, goes inside, puts it up, will not go. Ball tipped around, rebound on the floor by Branch. He gets the ball to Adams, down in the corner to Murdoch. Murdoch gets the handle on it, puts it up, scores it. Heath Murdoch with 4 1/4. Holcomb on top 6-3 with 5:40 to go in the first quarter. And we've got a timeout on the floor. With timeout on the floor, you're watching YHC TV.
With a former All-State basketball player and a current school board member, the law firm of Welch, Todd & Parker supports high school athletics. Our firm is involved in all areas of the law, and your first consultation is free. The firm is comprised of attorneys John Welch, Darren Todd, and Cameron Bunning Parker, along with 4 staff members ready to serve you. Welch, Todd, and Parker is located at 100 West Main in Malden. Come by or call us at 573-276-2261 for any of your legal needs.
How are you doing today?
Doing great and wonderful.
Hello and welcome to What's Cooking in Our House.
Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Hometown Shorts.
Todd, welcome to the show.
Bill, thank you very much.
Year, so or this game tournament, so I'm not.
Ed, both teams trying to feel each other out early in this game, and Holcomb working the ball inside.
Yes,
all
sir.
3 of their shots are within the paint there. All 3 of their scores that they've made. Coach Sexton was not happy with what he was seeing with his defense, much less his offense, and he called a quick timeout.
Absolutely. Get the boys settled down. Remind them of the game plan.
Jared Foster with the ball down in the corner to Travis Miller. Miller skips it over to Depro, puts it up and in. Found a wide open
Yes, sir.
Jake Depro under the basket. 6-5, 5:20 to go in this first period. Gideon in a trap. Skipped the ball down, ball thrown out of bounds. The press worked that time for the Gideon Bulldogs. Boone will inbound the ball. Second time he's touched the ball, and here we are 3 minutes into the game, and that was out of bounds, throwing the ball in. Curtis Branch has drawn the assignment for the box and one. He's the one. Oh, look at Miller work inside. Curtis Miller, what a nice shot. Good catch, put the ball up off the backboard. Gideon back on top, 7-6. Ball turned over again. The press
Holcomb having a little trouble with the press here initially.
Press is bothering the Holcomb Hornets. We've already had 3 lead changes in this game, Ed. So we expect a good ball game tonight. Both teams, like I say, they both need a win. Miller with the ball up front. Skips it to Foster. Over to Travis Miller for 3. Will not go. Rebounded by Murdoch for the Holcomb Hornets. Ball tipped out of bounds by
Travis Miller.
Good hustle. Gideon in a 2-2-1. Full court press. They do not put any pressure on the inbounds, but they do put pressure as soon as the ball is inbounded. Murdoch with the ball. Holcomb's needing to get it across the timeline. They do. Get it to Branch. Branch to Murdoch. Murdoch inside the paint. Drives in, puts it up, scores it. Keith Murdoch with 6 1/4. His team has 8. Another lead change. That's 4 already. Back and forth, both teams. Travis Miller with the ball in the corner. Skips it out to
Foster.
Jordan Boone with his second shot. Cannot go. Rebounded in there by Chad Adams for the Holcomb Hornets. He still has the ball, working against Travis Miller. Gets the ball over to Branch. Branch back to Fuller, or to Adams. Shot put up that time and goes.
And the roll.
Chad Adams that time. That was a 3, or was that a 2?
2. Is a 2.
Well, he would have liked my scoring. I gave him 3. We'll back that down to a 2. Miller with the ball, skips it over to Foster. Foster back to Miller for 3, will not go. Ball on the floor and rebounded by Travis Miller. He works inside and gives the ball to Depro, up and in. Curtis Depro with 4 points in the quarter, and both of them have been under the bucket. I mean, he's for 5'8", he really works inside extremely well. Fuller with the ball. Gets it into Depro. We're going to have our first foul on the Gideon Bulldogs.
I believe that's going to be Curtis Miller reaching in.
That's his first, team's first. Woodall. Max Johnson and Zach Robinson coming in for the Bulldogs. Inside that time. Nice pass in. Going in for the shot is Adams. Could not get it to go. Rebounded by the Bulldogs. They're on the run. Boone has it. Skips it over to Miller. Inside to Robinson. Oh, what a nice pass over to Woodall. Woodall put it up and in. Gideon back on top. 11-10. That's 5 lead changes already in the first quarter. Good spectator game. Both teams going at each other. A lot of shots made inside, Ed.
Yes, sir.
Rebounding. Team gets the offensive team's getting hitting the offensive boards very hard. The defense is yet to come through. Nice takeaway that time by Robinson. Gets the ball down to Miller. He couldn't get it to go. Rebounded by Robinson. Puts it up, scores it.
But Johnson, he stepped into the game ready to play. That's a good, strong rebound and taking the ball their way, 2 possessions.
Well said. Branch with it in the corner. Ball taken away by Travis Miller. Miller
out to Boone.
Out front to Boone. Boone couldn't get a handle on it. Shuffles it under, and the ball out of bounds off the Bulldogs. Nice shuffle pass that time by Boone, and Robinson could not hold the ball. Well, the Gideon fans are appreciative of the big hustle that time by the Gideon team. Branch with the ball, breaks the press. Stops, puts up a shot, will not go, but we've got a foul. Foul's going to be on the Bulldogs. Foul is on Jordan Boone, his first, team second. To the line to shoot 2 is Chase Branch. His first one up. Will not go. Curtis Miller back in. Jordan Boone out for the Bulldogs. Second one up. Will not go. Ball tipped around and
rebounded by Miller.
Curtis Miller gets it over to Foster. Across the timeline. Holcomb in a straight man-to-man right now with Boone on the bench. Oh, nice turnaround shot that time put up by Johnson. Would not go. Rebounded by Holcomb. They're on the run. It's 3-on-3. Ball over to Branch. He thought about it, pulled it back, gets it to Adams. Adams, what a nice pass to Heath Murdoch.
Number 40, Heath Murdoch.
He has 8 in the quarter. 13-12. Gideon still on top with 1:15 to go in the first quarter. Foster slips and falls down. Branch with the ball. Gets it out to Fuller. Fuller puts it up, will not go. Ball tipped around, rebounded that time by Adams. He puts it up, scores it.
Great hustle there by Miller. Or Adams, excuse me.
Another lead change, 14-13. Holcomb on top.
Under a minute in the first quarter.
Robinson in the corner, gives it to Miller. Miller gives it down to Johnson. Oh, a nice reverse.
Move. Nice shot.
Nice reverse by Max Johnson. 15-14. That's our 7th lead change of the first quarter. These are the type of games you enjoy watching and doing. I tell you what, it's a lot of fun. Shot put up that time by
move.
Michael Casey. Another lead change. 16-15. Holcomb back out front with 20 seconds to go in the first quarter. Foster out front to Miller. Miller tries to throw underneath the Woodall, but nobody home. Coming in for the Gideon Bulldogs, Depro, Jordan, and Travis Miller. Gideon doing a lot of substitute. They've got a couple of new guys eligible since we have seen them last.
Yes, sir.
And they just got eligible, and I don't know what the status is or how they became eligible, but we were told today they did become eligible. Nice hands that time by Michael Casey. He kept battling for the ball and got it. We're down to 1 second to go. Shot put up in the corner. Will not go. Shot put up by Travis Miller to end the first quarter. The Holcomb Hornets on top of
Gideon Bulldogs.
18-15. We're going to take a short break. You're watching high school basketball on YHC TV.
Well, everybody's got the same vehicles to sell. All we have to sell is service and reputation.
You seem to want to treat the customer the way you want to be treated.
They're going to be treated good. They're going to get good service. Going to get a good vehicle.
Taking care of the people after the sale. We feel like we're absolutely the best. It's all a family, customers and the people who work here.
We have a good reputation with a lot of good people.
Only at Allen Christian in Dexter.
Come and experience how fun shopping can be in beautiful, historic downtown Dexter.
Visit or call Wallace & Owens Country Mart Bakery for all your special occasions. Steaks, chops, hams, and seafoods are just a few specialties you will find at Wallace & Owens Country Mart.
Morgan Furniture and Appliance has name brands such as Justice, Ashley, Cochran, Best Chair, Sealy, Whirlpool, and KitchenAid. That's Morgan Furniture and Appliance in downtown Dexter.
The Bunny Patch has formal wear for all occasions. Looking for prom, pageant, and bridal accessories, including shoes and jewelry? Shop the Bunny Patch, where you can also get tuxedo rentals.
A-Plus Medical Equipment of Dexter has the answers for you. Oxygen patients, are you unhappy with your service? There's no cost to switch, and generally, no doctor visit is required. Home delivery, friendly staff, and high-quality equipment is the A-Plus way. A-Plus delivers the best in customer service for Southeast Missouri. For all your care, we're always there. A-Plus Medical Equipment, located at 8 North Catalpa in Dexter. Call us toll-free at 888-624-0402.
Ed, very fast-paced first quarter.
Absolutely. Going to be an exciting game. Already is an exciting game.
Yes. The scoring goes like this. Heath Murdoch has 8, 4 by Michael Casey, 4 by Chad Adams, 2 by Lucas Fuller. 0 for 2 from the free throw line is Holcomb. They only have one foul. That one foul is Lucas Fuller. Scoring for the Gideon Bulldogs, Curtis Miller with 4, Travis Miller with 3, 2 by Jake Depro, 2 by Jake Robinson, 2 by Max Johnson, 2 by Casey Woodall. Foul-wise, Gideon has 2, Curtis Miller with 1, and Jordan Boone with 1. Gideon has not shot a free throw. Again, we've had, in the first quarter, 8 lead changes. That tells you how close these two teams are. And Holcomb, a very much improved team. Gideon looking good with their two new guys, Max Johnson and Zach Robinson. So they're getting much stronger too.
While you were talking there, Mr. Buchanan came out and announced the showing of the game.
Fans like that, didn't they?
Absolutely, absolutely. They either like that or they like you giving the recap of the game, because they sure did cheer loud.
Branch with the ball. They can't hear me. Oh, just saying. Branch for the quarter for 3. Will not go. It's short. Gets his own rebound on the floor. Gets the ball to Fuller. Fuller drives inside the paint, puts it up. Will not go. Rebound. Gets his own rebound, puts it up, scores.
Off the glass.
Lucas Fuller follows his own shot. He has 4 in the game.
That may be our largest lead of the game, isn't it, Bill?
That's
5
right.
points.
20-15. Holcomb on top. Ball over to Miller, inside. What a nice pass and a good turnaround shot. Will not go. Ball was put up by Robinson, pulled down by Adams of the Holcomb Hornets. Gideon. I'm trying to figure out the defense of Gideon. It's got, whatever it is, it's swarming. Oh, nice hands that time. What nice hands by Travis Miller. A good shuffle pass by Foster. Looked like it was going to go out of bounds, and Miller jumped up as small as he is, grabbed it one-handed, and put it right back up and in. 2017. Oh, great pass that time. I'll tell you what, both teams are amazing me.
And the foul.
What a nice pass. Chad Adams that time to Michael Casey. Casey goes up and scores it, goes to the line to try to convert on the three-point play. First foul on Jake Depro. Third team foul on the Gideon Bulldogs. 22-17. Casey to the line, puts it up, scores it. Boy, both teams much improved since we saw them at the Clarkton tournament.
Yes, sir.
Travis Miller or Curtis Miller, that is, or Travis Miller put up a 3 and could not get it to go. Rebound by the Hornets. Ball knocked
defense
down.
By Travis.
Look at that. Look at that defense. Foster. The ball puts it up. Will not go. Rebounded on the floor. We're going to have a jump ball.
Robinson in there.
Alternate jump will go to the Gideon Bulldogs. Woodall and Johnson in for the Bulldogs. Coming out is Depro and Foster. Very impressed by the hustle of both teams tonight.
Absolutely.
Boone will inbound the ball. Now, a lot of times they like to go on a set play with Boone. He likes to inbound, and they pick for him. He goes around, but instead this time they throw it into Johnson. Try to hit Woodall, the ball off his fingertips. Ball turned over to the Hornets. Fuller with the shot, will not go. Woodall with the rebound, gets it quickly out to Miller. Miller driving, goes all the way in, puts it up, will not go. Tipped up that time by
good follow up.
Johnson, and would not go. Robinson gets the rebound, put it up and in. I'll tell you what, Johnson and Robinson and Woodall are going to be a big help to this Gideon Bulldog team. Woodall with the rebound.
Absolutely.
Shot. Boone
just
with
a little bit of height.
Boone with the drive. Takes it the length of the floor. Scores it. Jordan Boone with his first two of the night. 23-21 with 5:30 to go in the game. Holcomb Hornets on top of the Gideon Bulldogs. We've got timeout on the floor. You're watching high school basketball on YHC TV.
What if sports were much more than just a game? And there was more at stake than just the score? What if it were possible to see the world impacted for Jesus Christ through the influence of athletes and coaches?
Hi, my name is Bill Ray. I'm the area representative for the Fellowship of Christian Athletes in Southeast Missouri. If you'd like to see athletes and coaches striving to win, doing it God's way, call me at 280-0932 or go to fca.org and put in your zip code. FCA, the heart and soul in sports.
$30,000. Do I hear 40? $40,000. Do I hear 50? 50,000. I have 50,000. Going once, twice. Sold to the gentleman in the center.
Hi.
Moving on. This is a 19th.
Okay. I want to go ahead and sell it now.
Sell what?
That thing I bought.
Constantly buying and selling stocks doesn't make much sense either. That's why Edward Jones recommends investment strategies that have proven themselves over the long term. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Boy, Ed, the intensity of this game has really picked up. Very fast pace.
They're not going to wait till the second quarter to get after it, or the second half, excuse me, to get after it.
No. They're not going to do it. They're getting after it right now, and I tell you what, it's fun to watch both teams go at each other. Gideon has closed the gap. They trailed the first quarter by 3, and then they got down as many as 5, and now they're back within 2. So good game, both sides.
Yes,
good spectator game. The fans are enjoying it, and they're into the game.
Tell you, Robinson and Johnson coming off the bench for Gideon, they bring a tremendous intensity with them.
And they've got good height.
Woodall also bringing the extra height too, but those three, Coach Sexton's got to love having that opportunity to bring that kind
Dustin
of talent
Horad into the game for the Bulldogs. Boone with a steal, gets the ball to Horad. He goes inside, puts it up, will not go. Rebounded that time by Fuller of the Hornets, and they're going to have a walking call. Gideon will inbound under their own basket. Boone will inbound.
Opportunity to tie the game or take the lead.
Yes. Horad out front with the ball. He's driving. Gives the ball to Boone. Boone to Miller. Miller drives. Gets the ball to. Going ahead for a dunk that time. Couldn't quite get it to go. Was Johnson. Stays with it.
Going
Ball
up strong.
Tipped out of bounds. Ball tipped out of bounds by the Gideon Bulldogs. What nice hustle by Johnson. The fans appreciate it.
Absolutely.
I want to tell you what, this young man's going to bring a lot of intensity to the game. He's going to take a lot of pressure off Jordan Boone and Dustin Horad.
Absolutely.
Those two guys have had to carry the weight. Ball skipped over to Branch. Branch to Adams. To Murdoch. To Fuller. Fuller drives, puts it up. Can't get it to go. Rebounded that time by Boone. Gideon off and running. 4:40 to go in the second quarter. 23-21. Holcomb on top. Miller with the ball inside to Horad. What a move, but he's going to be called for an offensive foul as he hooked him.
Yes, he did. Not even sure Holcomb knew they were hooked. That was pretty quick.
I want to tell you one thing. He did a nice job.
Yeah.
But Lee Jones caught him. Into the game for the Hornets is Stephen Kirkpatrick. Going out is Michael Casey. Gideon backing up to a 1-2-2 half-court press. Branch with the ball, skips it over to Fuller. Fuller down in the corner to Adams. Adams looks inside, but he's going to drive. He's inside, puts it up. Will not go. Rebounded by Boone. 4 minutes to go in this second quarter. Jordan Boone with the ball. Gets it down to Woodall. It's off his fingertips. Murdoch picks it up for the Holcomb Hornets. Getting ready to send 3 more substitutes in. I tell you one thing. Coach Sexton is going to do a lot of subbing tonight. He's got players that he can go with to do that.
Absolutely.
Oh,
keeping those legs
nice
fresh
shot.
for the second half.
Nice three-pointer put up that time by Stephen Kirkpatrick, 26-21. Holcomb back out on top by 5 with 3:30 to go in this second quarter. Horad with the ball. Gets it to Miller. Back to Horad. To Boone. Boone's going to work with the ball. Kicks the ball out to Miller. Miller to Horad. Horad for 3. Puts it up. Will not go. Air ball goes out of bounds. Coming in are Depro, Robinson, and
Foster.
Foster for the Gideon Bulldogs. Going out is Horad, Woodall, and
Miller. Travis.
Miller. Adams with the ball for the Hornets. Kirkpatrick with the ball, kicks the ball out too. And
Adams.
Driving was Adams that time. Put it up
Nice
and would not
rebound
go.
there by Johnson.
Yeah. Foster got the ball and quickly down the court, gives it to Boone. Boone puts up 1 for 18. Will not go. Rebounded by Adams of the Hornets. We're down to 2.5 minutes to go in this second quarter. What a fast-paced game.
Low fouls.
Yeah, and not a lot of scoring, but boy, the defense is very tough. Murdoch from the free throw line could not get it to go. Ball pulled down by Robinson. Gets the ball to Foster. Depro in a corner, puts up a 3. Will not go. Boone gets it, puts it up, and will not go. It looked like a pass, actually.
Absolutely.
Boone will go to the line to shoot 2. He has 2 in the game. Foul that time on Chase Branch, his first, team second. Gideon with 4 fouls. Holcomb with 2, so not much fouling at all in the game. Gideon's first 2 free throws coming right here. First one, he scores it. 26-22, 2:11 to go in this second quarter. Holcomb still on top. Second one up, will not go. Rebounded that time by Kirkpatrick. Tell you, since Kirkpatrick's come into the game, he's got a 3. He's got a very nice inlet pass. Picked up a rebound on the floor and picked up a rebound right there. So he's been involved.
Making his presence known.
He sure is. He's got some good minutes in for Coach McBroom. Ball tipped around, but Holcomb maintains possession. Murdoch inside, scores it. Heath Murdoch, his first 2 of the second quarter. He has 10 in the half, 28-22. Got a turnover on the Gideon Bulldogs. This is the biggest lead by either team, 6 points, I believe.
Yes, it is.
That's just 2 possessions. That's 2 threes the way these teams go at it. That's nothing. Adams out front with the ball, working against Foster. Skips the ball over, and what a nice save that time by Fuller. Fuller inside, loses the ball out of bounds, but off of the Gideon Bulldogs. 1:24 to go. Woodall coming in for the Bulldogs. Going out is Max Johnson. Tried to hit Adams on a bounce pass that time was Fuller. Ball tipped out of bounds by the Bulldogs. Holcomb will keep possession under their own basket. Will inbound. Nice screen and roll that time by Murdoch. Didn't get the ball. Went out to Kirkpatrick. To Murdoch. He's working inside. He goes in, and we're going to have a foul. Foul is going to be on Casey Woodall, his first. Team's 5th to the line. No, they're going to say it happened on the floor. Kirkpatrick with the ball to Adams, to Kirkpatrick in the corner. He's going to drive. He's going to be called for walking. Took steps with 1:13 to go. Gideon has the ball. Gideon needs a basket. Holcomb needs a stop. Again, Holcomb's in it. Looks like a 1-1-2 zone. And they're playing
with the man on Boone. Branch has done a good job sticking with him. He's making Boone work all the way off.
Well, what a nice drive that time by Depro. He scores it along the baseline there, 28-24. Adams with the shot inside the free throw line. Nice shot that time by Chad Adams. His first 2 of the second quarter, 6 in the game. Boone has the ball. Skips it down to Depro inside.
Robinson.
Boy, he's going to make it too.
Strong move.
Zach Robinson, you're exactly right. What a strong move, a good head fake, got it up and in. He's going to try to make the three-point play. It's 30-26 with 34 seconds to go. Foul that time on Chad Adams, his first, team's third. Depro coming out. Travis Miller in for the Bulldogs. Zach Robinson is a 6'1 senior. His free throw up. Will not go. Rebounded that time. Nice block out by Chad Adams to get the rebound. He's working against Boone. Boone, a very heady ball player. If he gets a chance, he'll pick your pocket. I can tell you that. Murdoch out front with the ball. Looks like Holcomb's content with that lead, but a backdoor cut to Branch. He gets it to Murdoch. 15 seconds to go. Murdoch drives inside against Woodall, puts it up, scores it. He's going to go to the line, try to make the three-point play. Murdoch with 4 1/4, 12 1/2. With 11 seconds to go, Holcomb on top of Gideon, 32-26.
Foul on Woodall that time, his second.
Neither team, the next foul on the Gideon Bulldogs will send Holcomb to the 1-1, for a 1-1, but we're right here at the end of the half.
Holcomb with their largest lead heading to the half with 11 seconds left, 33-26, 7 points.
Keith Trosper in for the Bulldogs. Woodall going out. 10 seconds to go. Boone has the ball. Kicks it over to Foster. We're down to 6 seconds. Oh, what a nice pass to Trosper. He puts it up, will not go. Ball out of bounds off Holcomb with 2 seconds to go. Going high for the rebound that time was Zach Robinson. Had it knocked out of his hands, but it was out off of the Holcomb Hornets. Miller to inbound with 2 seconds to go. Gets it to Boone, tips it up. Will not go as the horn goes off to end the first half. The Holcomb Hornets on top of the Gideon Bulldogs, 33-26. We're going to take a short break, come back with your halftime stats in just a moment. You're watching high school basketball on YHC TV.
Imagine a future where one company could offer you cable, internet, and phone. Well, with New Wave, you get digital cable with DVR, HD TV, and an interactive guide. Unbelievable speed with high-speed internet. And now, even digital phone service, giving you unlimited calling coast to coast. All from one company. Welcome to the future. Call New Wave Communications now for great installation specials.
Three Rivers Community College is a great place.
A great place.
A great place to start college or career classes. Three Rivers affordable tuition
means Pell Grants go further.
I can use A+.
I got a scholarship.
To learn more, go to trcc.edu or call 877-TRY-TRCC.
Get started at TRCC.
Glen St. Motors has 2 great locations, Rector, Arkansas and Kennett, Missouri. Glen St. Motor in Rector has all makes, models of GMC Yukon, Sierra trucks, and Acadias. Glen St. Motors in Kennett has Chevrolet, Cadillac, Pontiac, Buick, and GMC trucks. Glen St. Motors located on Highway 49 North in Rector and 1607 Independence in Kennett. Glen St. Motors, where friends bring you here and service brings you back.
Well, Ed, a very good first half. I tell you, it's so loud in here, I can't think. and I was sometimes wondering, what is the names of the guys playing out there? And I really stumbled around, but this is where we actually need 2 ear pieces.
Absolutely.
Over us. And
well, I was having trouble just because they were moving so quick. The ball was changing hands. They were pushing up and down the court. I just couldn't hardly keep up.
That's not unusual for us, is it?
No, it's not.
Well, let's talk about the Holcomb Hornets. They have the halftime lead, 33-26. They're led in scoring by Heath Murdoch with 13, 7 by Michael Casey, 6 by Chad Adams, 4 by Lucas Fuller, 3 by Stephen Kirkpatrick. They're 2 for 4 from the free throw line, and they only have 3 guys with fouls, each one of them with 1. That's Chase Branch, Lucas Fuller, and Chad Adams. For the Gideon Bulldogs, their scoring is very balanced. 6 by Zach Robinson, 5 by Travis Miller, 4 by Curtis Miller and Jake Depro, 3 by Jordan Boone, 2 by Max Johnson, and 2 by Casey Woodall. So they have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys
outstanding
that have scored. They're 1 for 3 from the free throw line. Foul-wise, you have 2 to Casey Woodall, 1 each to Boone, Horrid, also Depro and Curtis Miller. So nobody in foul trouble on either side. Very fast-paced first half, low scoring. I mean, 33-26. You'd think 33 is about average. 26 a little bit low. The one thing that I see is Holcomb's defense. They're boxing one or they're 1-1-2, which I've never seen a 1-1-2, but whatever Holcomb's playing on clogging the middle is working for them. And Jordan Boone is touching the ball very little.
Yes. And not only do they have Chase Branch trailing him, but you'll also probably notice as he kind of moved out to the corners and stuff, well, that zone would move out and try to – basically they're almost double teaming him every time he looks as if he might have an opportunity to get the ball. So, they got the scouting report on the Bulldogs.
They've got the scouting report on the Bulldogs, but I guarantee you, folks, this is going to change over the course of the rest of this season because you got Woodall that's getting some playing time now. He just started back playing for the team at Richland was his first game. You've also got Johnson and Robinson that are now eligible. And I want to tell you, those 2 guys are impressive, and they're just going to get better and quicker and faster. And Gideon's going with 9 guys right now. And matter of fact, they had 10 guys that played that first half. Let's see if they're changing back and forth. Their substitution will pay for them late in the game, or let's see if Holcomb's in good enough shape to keep the intensity up through the last half. That's the recap for me on the first half. Yourself, you got anything else to say?
I agree with you totally.
Okay. Well, we're going to take a short break. Be back for the start of the second half in just a moment.
Come and experience how fun shopping can be in beautiful historic downtown Dexter. At Trinkets and Treasures, you will find a unique shop featuring charming antiques, gifts, and collectibles.
Customers come first at First Midwest Bank, located at 20 West Stoddard. Phone 624-3571. First Midwest Bank, chartered in 1963 and still locally owned and operated.
Whether redecorating or registering for your wedding, discover beautiful home decor at Decor.
Three Rivers Community College is a great place.
A great place.
A great place to start college. Why pay university prices?
When the same classes at TRCC cost a lot less.
I can use A+. I get individual attention.
I'm close to home.
To learn more, go to trcc.edu or call 877-TRY-TRCC.
Get started at TRCC.
Again, we want to tell you this game brought to you in part by Allen Christian. They're in Dexter, A-plus medical equipment of Dexter, Three Rivers Community College, Fellowship of Christian Athletes. As a matter of fact, there's a banner hanging in the center of the gym. It says Fellowship of Christian Athletes, the heart and soul in sports, right here in Gideon. Also, the historic downtown Dexter retailers, and Welch, Todd, and Parker, attorneys in Malden, and Glenn Sain of Rector, Kennett, and Paragould. Great first half. I expect the same. No lead changes in that second quarter, Ed, but we had plenty in the first quarter. We had 8. Let's see what happens
here.
Second
Second quarter looked like Holcomb got them a couple of possession leads there and were able to maintain it.
Yeah.
But I'm sure Gideon's going to come back out, try to close that gap, and I'm sure we'll see a lot of lead changes here in the second half as well.
Gideon going with Boone, Travis Miller, Foster, also Woodall, and Johnson. Holcomb with their original 5. Branch with the ball. Down in the corner to Adams. Adams to Murdoch, and he's going to be called for walking. Holcomb going with Branch, Fuller, Adams, Casey, and Murdoch. Again, boy, they're trying to set screens galore for Jordan Boone. That's what they're trying to do, is pick for him to set him free. And call for a foul that time. The Gideon Bulldogs on trying to set a pick was Travis Miller, his first, team's first of the second half. We're just underway, 33-26. Holcomb on top by 7. Ball taken away by Miller. He's going to drive the length of the floor, puts it up,
Nice
scores
shot.
it.
Such quickness.
Yes. 33-28. Gideon cuts the lead to 5. Adams with the ball. Gets it to Branch. Back to Adams in the corner. He's in trouble.
Great defense there. Zach Johnson.
Oh, what
Max
nice,
Johnson,
what nice ball movement by the Bulldogs. Miller again.
On the layup.
Ball tipped that time out front by Foster. Got it to Boone, and Boone never even hesitated, just threw the ball down the floor. Miller runs at it and scores. 33-30. Gideon the first 4 points of the second half. Fuller out front with the ball. Gets it to Branch. Gideon's in a 2-3 or a matchup. I can't tell which it is. Foul that time on Foster. It's going to be his first, team's second of the first half, or the second half. 6:30 to go in this third quarter. 33-30. Holcomb on top by 3. Adams with the spin move inside. Nice move that time. Chad Adams with 8 in the game. Foster with the ball for the Bulldogs. Inside to Woodall. Woodall's going to put a shot up from the side. Will not go. Tipped around and ball rebounded on the floor. We're going to have a jump ball. The ball will stay with the Bulldogs.
See Max Johnson making the strong move, not hesitating to go to the floor to get after the ball.
I want to tell you, that young man comes to play. He impresses me. Boone from the corner for 3. Will not go. Ball tipped around, rebounded by
Number
Casey
24.
of the Holcomb Hornets. Quickly down the floor to Fuller. Oh, nice jump shot that time just inside the free throw line. Chad Adams, his second bucket of the quarter. He has 10 in the game. 37-30. Holcomb back out on top by 7. Boone with the ball. Inside, puts it up, will not go. He's going to be fouled. Foul going to be on Keith Murdoch, his first, team's first of the second half. To the line to shoot 2 will be Jordan Boone. He's 1 for 2 from the line. He has 3 points, all in the first half. First free throw is up, good. Curtis Miller in for the Bulldogs. Second one up, scores it. 37-32, 5:35 to go in this third quarter. Hornets on top of the Bulldogs. Kirkpatrick ready to check back in for the Hornets. Fuller has it, free throw line, tries to go down low, and ball tipped around. Boone with it on the run. He's going to take it coast to coast, scores it. Jordan Boone with the nice ball handling, nice move. He has 4 1/4, 7 in the game. 37-34. Boone has got to touch the ball.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
He touches it, he makes things happen. Not necessarily his shots. He'll get the ball to open man. He's got the rebound off the missed shot. That time by Fuller. Boone with the ball, out in the corner to Miller. Miller for 3, will not go. Rebounded on the floor at time by Johnson, and he scores it.
Created there by Travis Miller, getting inside and getting position for the rebound, and the taller Holcomb defender not able to go up and get it.
Gideon back within 1, the closest they've been in some time. Oh, nice pass inside to Casey. Will not go. Blocked by the Bulldogs. Miller quickly down the floor. Passes the ball off to Curtis Miller. Puts it up and in. Gideon back on top. 38-37 with 4:31 to go in the third quarter. We've got timeout on the floor. You're watching high school basketball on YHC TV.
Three Rivers Forest Community College is a great place.
A great place.
A great place to start college. Why pay university prices?
When the same classes at TRCC cost a lot less.
I can use A+. I get individual attention.
I'm close to home.
To learn more, go to trcc.edu or call 877-TRY-TRCC.
Get started at TRCC.
Single white female, enjoys shopping, long walks, and cuddling. Will you marry me?
Investing with someone you've never met doesn't make much sense either. That's why Edward Jones opens offices in our clients' neighborhoods, so you can get investment advice from someone you actually know. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Boy, Gideon has come out on fire.
Didn't take long for that next lead change to happen, did it?
No, it did not. Took 3.5 minutes. 38-37, that's our 9th lead change of the game. And folks, guess what we've got going here tonight in Gideon?
A barn burner.
We got a barn burner brewing in Gideon tonight. Put those seatbelts on, get that popcorn in your lap, and a Diet soda, folks. You're going to enjoy it. Boy, this is fun. Crowd is into it on both sides. It's been an entertaining game, well-played game, and both coaches working extremely hard. They've got their teams fired up. I enjoyed watching the Gideon fans prior to the game. They made a victory line, like in football. Football, a lot of times they used to do that.
Yes, sir.
They made that victory line. Those boys came out, I want to tell you, that had to fire them up. Holcomb will inbound the ball. Branch will inbound to Chad Adams. I like Adams' shot from that free throw line in. He's tough. He likes to go inside work. Gideon in a 2-3 zone right now. That is a 2-3 zone. Kirkpatrick on the side. Gets the ball into Murdoch, and he passes around back to Murdoch. He knocks it down. His first two of the second half. Another lead change, Ed, 39-38. Holcomb on top. 4:05 to go in this third quarter. A lot of people say, well, what do you keep up the lead changes for? That just lets you know how quick, how many times the lead changed back and forth. Good ball game. Depro out front with the ball. Ball off of Boone's hands.
But nope, James Branches, it looks like.
Must have been tipped out of bounds by Holcomb. The rail had me blocked there. Depro still out from the ball. Gets it to Robinson. Robinson to Boone. Boone has it. He gets it over to an open Miller. He puts it up for three, scores it. Curtis
Nice
Miller
shot.
for three. He has 5 in the quarter. He has 9 in the game. 41-39. That's another lead change. Gideon on top by 2. Branch inside to Murdoch. He puts it up. Ball blocked by Johnson. Gideon controls. Johnson's going to be a factor now inside.
Yes, he is.
He knows how to play the game. You can tell that. He knows how to run the floor. He knows what to do. Miller with a shot from the corner, scores it. He's on fire right now, folks.
Yes, he is.
He has 11 in this game.
7 in this quarter.
He's a 5'7" sophomore. Plays on the JV team a couple of quarters. Plays 3 on the varsity. Branch with the ball. Gets it to Fuller. Fuller still has it. Gets it to Kirkpatrick. Swings it over to Branch. Out to Adams. Down to Branch in the corner. He has it. Gets it to Kirkpatrick. We've got a 3-second violation on the Holcomb Hornets. Forehead coming in for the Bulldogs. Coming in for Holcomb is Zach Williams. His first time in the game. 5'11" sophomore. Wears number 3. 43-39. Gideon on top before with 2:30 to go in this third quarter. Glad you've joined us on YHC TV for your high school basketball. Boone with a drive. Gets the ball out front. Miller runs it down. Gets it over to Depro.
It's good hustle there by Zach Williams of the Holcomb Hornets.
Miller for three. Folks,
and another one.
This kid is on fire. He has 10 in the quarter, 14 in the game with 2:05 to go. Gideon with their biggest lead, 46-39. They're up by 7. Branch skips it over to Kirkpatrick, down in the corner to just into the game, Williams. He gets it in to Murdoch, back to Williams for 3. Scores it.
High arching shot.
We've got a timeout on the floor with 1:42 to go in the third quarter. Gideon Bulldogs on top of Holcomb, 46-42. You're watching high school basketball on YHC TV.
A-Plus Medical Equipment of Dexter has the answers for you. Oxygen patients, are you unhappy with your service? There's no cost to switch, and generally, no doctor visit is required. Home delivery, friendly staff, and high-quality equipment is the A-Plus way. A-Plus delivers the best in customer service for Southeast Missouri. For all your care, we're always there. A-Plus Medical Equipment, located at 8 North Catalpa in Dexter. Call us toll-free at 888-624-0402.
Come and experience how fun shopping can be in beautiful historic downtown Dexter. At Trinkets and Treasures, you will find a unique shop featuring charming antiques, gifts, and collectibles.
Customers come first at First Midwest Bank, located at 20 West Stoddard. Phone 624-3571. First Midwest Bank, chartered in 1963 and still locally owned and operated.
Whether redecorating or registering for your wedding, discover beautiful home decor at Decor.
Well, Ed Gideon's come out here in just 6.5 minutes and has scored 20 points. On the other hand, the Holcomb Hornets has scored 9. I don't know if fatigue has set in or if Gideon's just in the flow of the game. But right now, the big thing for Gideon is the sophomore Curtis Miller. He has 10 in the quarter. He has 2 threes and 2 twos. And to go along with the 4 he had in the first quarter, I mean, he's racking it right now. He's feeling it. As the old boy says, man, I found that loose board. Give me the ball. I'm going to put it up. Well, both sides, both teams are both of the crowds are into this game.
Yes, they are. And we expected that as well.
And they're passing out free popcorn, but it's not going to make it up here. Boy, how that looks good, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Foster with the ball for the Bulldogs. Gets it to Miller. He skips it over to Horrid. Horrid still with the ball. Gets it to Foster. To Miller. Miller thought about it. Gets it to Boone. Boone's on a drive. Goes down in the corner. Uses baseline. A reverse. Will not go. Rebound that time by Adams of the Hornets. We're down to 1:10 to go in the third quarter. Adams with a move. Going to be called for a charge. Chad Adams that time turned his back and did a spin move, and sure enough, he knocked down one of the Gideon defenders. Good defensive play, good call.
The sophomore Curtis Miller taking that charge.
Well, he did a good job. You know, we saw Miller.
Getting it done on both ends of the court, didn't he?
We saw him at Richland, and I want to tell you, he plays all out, all game. Forward in the corner with the ball, looking for someone to throw to. He's going to drive the baseline, picks it up, gets it back out to Miller. Miller over to Foster. Foster back to Miller. Miller for 3. Will not go. Rebounded by. We got a jump ball. Jump ball will go to the Holcomb Hornets with 48 seconds to go. Holcomb will have the ball, trailing the Gideon Bulldogs by 4. Holcomb needs a bucket. Adams will inbound to Branch. Adams will take the ball down the floor for the Hornets. .30 seconds to go. Holcomb in no hurry. They trail by 4. Still 8 minutes to go when this horn goes off. Inside his Branch, he loses the ball. A ball picked up by Curtis Miller. What a quarter he's had.
Absolutely.
He gets the ball to Foster to Horrid. Horrid in the corner. Puts it up, will not go. Ball rebounded that time by Robinson.
Almost by Robinson. Couldn't get the handle on it, so Curtis Miller picks it up.
Horrid gets it with 2 seconds to go, puts it up, will not go as the horn goes off to end the third quarter. It's the Gideon Bulldogs back on top of the Holcomb Hornets, 46-42. You're watching high school basketball on YHC TV. Well, Ed, last quarter getting ready to come up, and I mean we've got a dandy going here. Just got to say, a great quarter that time by Curtis Miller of the Bulldogs. I mean, he came out of nowhere, and I don't care how you scout him, I don't think that he would have been the guy that you thought would have racked 10 in that quarter.
They were giving him the look, and he had the touch.
Boy, I'm anxious to see this fourth quarter. This ought to be a great game. Boy, my figures are working out so far. That's unusual. I have to generally go back and do those 4 times. Scoring-wise, 14 for Curtis Miller, 9 for Travis Miller, 7 to Jordan Boone, 6 to Zach Robinson, 4 each to Johnson and Depro, and 2 to Casey Woodall. That's for the Gideon Bulldogs. 15 to Heath Murdoch, 10 to Chad Adams, 7 to Michael Casey, 4 to Fuller, 3 each to Kirkpatrick and Williams. Gideon starts the fourth quarter with the ball. Foster out front with it. Kicks it over to Trosper. It's in the game for the Bulldogs. Miller drives a baseline, tried to hit Woodall off his fingers, but Foster picks it up. Trosper in the corner to Miller. Miller inside to Johnson, and ball taken away by the Holcomb Hornets. 7.5 minutes to go in this final quarter. Branch has it for the Hornets. Gives it to Kirkpatrick. To Adams. Adams going to drive, puts up a jump shot, scores it.
Nice shot.
Adams with 12 in the game. Cuts the lead to 2, 46-44. Gideon on top with 7:10 to go. Three-pointer that time put up by the big guys. Max Robinson will not go. Rebounded by Trosper on the floor. Foul's going to be on Zach Williams. Good hustle that time by Keith Trosper of the Gideon Bulldogs. Jordan Boone back into the game for Trosper. Trosper gets a glad handshake from Daniel Sexton. Good hustle by the young man.
Came in and gave his coach valuable minutes.
Yeah, and gave Boone a rest.
Absolutely.
In the corner for 3 is Miller. Will not go. Woodall, the big rebound. Puts it up, scores
off the glass.
Casey Woodall with his second basket. He now has 4 in the game. 48-44, 6:45 to go. Adams with the ball out front, working against the 2-3 zone. Gets it to Branch. Branch to Kirkpatrick. Back to Branch. Down in the corner to Murdoch. Back out to Branch. Nice drive that time along the baseline. He puts it up. Going to be fouled. Is going to be Chad Adams. Gideon allowed him to have the baseline.
Yes, they did.
That's a no-no. Adams will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. He has not been to the line tonight. He has 12 points. Foul that time on Casey Woodall, his third. Team's third. Both teams with 3 fouls. Adams knocks the first one down. Coming into the game for Woodall will be Zach Robinson. Adams eyes his next shot. Scores it. Young man's got a good shot.
Of his opportunities.
Yes. 48-46. Gideon on top with 6:25 to go in this game. Very good ball game, folks. Hope you've enjoyed it. Boone with the ball, trying to make something happen. Goes inside, the ball tipped around by Holcomb. He skips the ball over to Johnson. Johnson looks, throws the ball out of bounds, trying to hit Miller in the corner. Turnover by the Bulldogs with 6:07 to go. Holcomb with a chance to tie or take the lead.
The absolute first thing is honesty is the best policy.
Treat people how you want to be treated. People keep coming back to Allen Christian because they get a good, honest, fair deal, and the service is second to none.
Just a family atmosphere with no pressure. We treat people right, and everybody seems to like it.
We try to take care of them the way we'd want to be taken care of, and our loyal customers know that. That's why they keep coming back, and we hope to continue that for a long time.
What if sports were much more than just a game? And there was more at stake than just the score? What if it were possible to see the world impacted for Jesus Christ through the influence of athletes and coaches?
Hi, my name is Bill Ray. I'm the area representative for the Fellowship of Christian Athletes in Southeast Missouri. If you'd like to see athletes and coaches striving to win, doing it God's way, call me at 280-0932 or go to fca.org and put in your zip code. FCA, the heart and soul in sports.
Foul is going to be on.
I believe on Max Johnson, his first.
You are correct.
Just making sure my stats equal yours, that's all.
Here, you want to keep the score?
You got it.
Murdoch's free throw short, rebounded that time by
Robinson.
Miller with the ball, down in the corner, the other Miller. Back to Travis Miller. To Robinson. Inside, working against Murdoch, puts it up. Murdoch's going to have the foul. It's going to be his second, team's fourth. Robinson to go to the line to shoot 2. He has 6 in the game. He's 0 for 1. That was in the second quarter. 50-48. Gideon on top with 5:19 to go. Robinson's free throw up. Scores it. (51-48). Second one up. Will not go. Rebound. Oh, what a nice rebound that
rebound
time
by Woodall.
By Johnson. He puts it back.
Excuse me.
Johnson with the rebound.
Yes,
53-48. Kirkpatrick with the ball.
Little dyslexic with my numbers every now and then.
Well, that happens. I tell you, it happens so fast, and we're at an angle that you can't see those numbers very well. Murdoch with the ball, and Gideon knocks the ball out of bounds with 5:02 to go. Gideon up by 5, 53-48. Kirkpatrick will inbound under the Holcomb basket. Looks for someone to throw to. Gets it into Murdoch. Murdoch puts it up. Will not go. Rebounded on the floor that time by Boone. Boone's going to walk the ball down the floor. No big hurry. Gets the ball over to Miller. Miller with the 3. Will not go. Rebounded by and put up by Robinson. Will not go, but he's going to go line to shoot 2. Foul that time on Adams, his third, team's 5th. The line to shoot 2 will be Zach Robinson. He's 1 for 3 from the line tonight. First one scores it. Depro is going to come back in for the Gideon Bulldogs. He'll come in for Robinson. Coming in for Holcomb is Lucas Fuller. Going out is Stephen Kirkpatrick. Second one. Rolls
and
around, falls in by Robinson. He now has 9 in the game. Depro back in. 4:49 to go, and Gideon on top by 7. Fuller to inbound for Holcomb. Gets the ball to Adams. Adams working against the press, breaks it across the timeline. Gets it to Branch. Down in the corner, 2. Keith Murdoch, and
great
he could not get it to
there
go.
by Max Johnson.
Jordan Boone with it, goes the length of the floor, puts it up. He's going to go line to shoot 2. We'll wait to see who the foul is on.
Number 10, Chase Branch.
Chase Branch, his second, team 6. Gideon will be in the 1-1 from here out. Boone's first free throw up, scores it. 56-48, that is Gideon's biggest lead, 8 points. Second one, knocks it home. Boone 5 for 6 from the free throw line tonight. He now has 9. Adams has it, gets it to Branch. Back to Adams. Across the timeline, down in the corner to... Oh, what a nice pass into Murdoch.
Boone
and he
just
scored
a little bit late.
Heath Murdoch.
Great shot.
Sure was.
Great
Had a
pass.
good inlet pass that time by Michael Casey. Caught him and just perfect, and Murdoch's strong young man puts the ball up and going to try to go line to convert on that 3-point play. Free throw up, scores it. 57-51, 4:22 to go. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty. Gideon on top of the Hornets by 6, 57-51. Miller with the ball out front. Gets it to Boone. Boone working against Branch. Picks his dribble up, gets the ball inside to Johnson. He puts it up, scores it. 4 1/4, 8 in the game. Max Johnson. 59-51, under 4 minutes to go. Branch over on the side. Gets it to Adams, gets it to Fuller. Fuller back to Adams. Adams has the ball taken away. Miller on the fly. He'll put it up. Will not go. Ball rebounded by Depro. He couldn't get it to go. Rebounded by Fuller. And we're going to have a foul. Foul is going to be on Depro. Jake Depro with a reach-in foul. That's his second, team sixth. And the next foul on either team will send that team, the other team, to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. Kirkpatrick coming in for Branch for the Holcomb Hornets. 3:35 to go. Holcomb trails by 8. Fuller thought about it. He pulled it back. Gets it to Adams. Inside to Murdoch. Murdoch goes up, has a ball blocked by Johnson, but ball put up and in. And I think it was Michael Casey that got the basket.
I believe you're correct.
59-53. Holcomb stayed with it. Miller with the ball to Depro. Back to Miller. Miller over to Travis Miller. Skips it over to Curtis. Curtis puts up a three. Will not go. Rebounded. Curtis Miller gets the rebound. It's on the floor. He saves it to Jordan Boone. Boone kicks the ball to, for a free throw that time, was Max Johnson. Just shot a set shot, 6 1/4. He now has 10 in the game. 61-53 with 2:30 to go. Murdoch inside, ball blocked by
Max
Johnson. Johnson's having a field day today.
Yes, he is.
Boone with the ball on the drive, scores it. Jordan Boone with 4 1/4, 11 in the game. We've got a timeout called on the floor with 2:22 to go in the game. Gideon on top, 63-53, biggest lead by either team. You're watching high school basketball on YHC TV.
Come and experience how fun shopping can be in beautiful historic downtown Dexter.
If you're looking for floral, framing, and gift ideas, check out Weber's Ben Franklin. Also, Weber's Ben Franklin has cards for all occasions.
Three Rivers Community College is a great place.
A great place. A great place to start career training.
At TRCC, I'm getting training for a good job with a good salary.
Three Rivers has high-tech equipment, great instructors,
and convenient classes. To learn more, go to trcc.edu or call 877-TRY-TRCC.
Get started at TRCC.
Coach McBroom not very happy right now. Felt like his man got hacked down under the bucket, and he called timeout. Let the ref know it. Ran good no call by the ref there that he just walked over and let him vent a minute. And he didn't get real excited, so we were okay. Great game, Ed.
Yes, it is. I tell you, I guess Max Johnson's kind of having his coming out game. He just making his eligibility. He's in front of the home crowd and he's making the most of his first opportunity.
Well, he and Robinson and Woodall are three pretty good sized guys. They're all about the same size, and Boone put Boone in there. And then you've got the little guards in there. You got the Millers, and then you've got Depro, which Depro doesn't like to play guard. He likes to go under the basket.
Absolutely.
He likes to get in there where the action is.
Yes.
So I tell you what, this Gideon ball club, and I've noticed a great improvement on Holcomb. These two teams are coming down the stretch. They're gonna give some teams some tough games. Branch with the ball to Murdoch. Skips it over to Fuller. Fuller looks for somebody to pass to. Gets the ball down in the corner to Adams. Adams on a drive, does a spin move, puts it up. It's going to be foul. Foul is going to be on Zach Robinson, his first. The line to shoot two will be Chad Adams. Adams has 14 in the game. He's 2 for 2 from the line. That was in this quarter. Adams is a 6'1 junior. Coming in for the Hornets is going to be Kirkpatrick. Going out will be Lucas Fuller. Kirkpatrick, we show him as a 5'10 sophomore. He's getting a lot of playing time here on the varsity team tonight. Adams, second one up, short. Murdoch with a rebound, puts it up, or not Murdoch, it was Casey. Ball blocked. Boone down the floor, puts it up, and we're going to have a blocking foul called on the Hornets. Foul is going to be on Adams. It's going to be his 4th. To the line to shoot 2 is going to be Jordan Boone. Boone is 5 for 6 from the line, Ed. He has 11 in the game, and I want to tell you, he's had to work for every point tonight. Knocks this one down. 64-54, under 2 minutes to go. Got real quiet.
Yes, it did. I was afraid to say something.
Boone Sutherland scored it.
On the putting green or at the tennis match right before the serve.
Adams with the ball, gets it to Branch. Back to Adams. Inside to Murdoch. Out to Kirkpatrick for 3. Short. Rebounded by Murdoch. He goes inside, puts it up, will not go. Rebounded by Adams inside. He's going to be fouled by
number 45, I believe it was Max Johnson. Adams did a great job getting position on Boone to get that rebound and get him in position to put another shot up.
Sure did. So the line to shoot 2 will be Chad Adams. He was just there. He's 3 for 4 from the line this quarter. He has 15 in the game. He's had a nice game. Handles the ball very well. Puts this one down. Tell you, I'm impressed with this young man's shot. I've seen him shoot the jump shot from the free throw line, just inside the free throw line. He's got great wrist action, keeps that elbow in. He's got good form. Second one up, scores it.
Looked like he and Travis Boone may have went to the same free throw clinic.
Jordan Boone?
Yes. Pardon me.
Foster with the ball, 1:30 to go in the game. Gideon on top by 9, 65-56. Gideon's going to try to milk a little time. Miller with the ball. Goes inside, brings it back out. And we're going to have a reach-in foul by Chad Adams. That's going to be his 5th. He will foul out. Going to the line to shoot a 1-and-1 will be Travis Miller. He has 9 in the game. Adams played a great game.
Yes, he did. Both ends of the court. Put in some points. Great defensive efforts.
He had 17 tonight. He's 5 for 6 from the free throw line. Miller's free throw in and out, tipped around, pulled down by Casey of Holcomb. Kirkpatrick quickly down the floor. Holcomb needs to score and score quick. Murdoch has it. Gets it to Branch for 3. Puts it up, scores it. Timeout on the floor.
Holcomb Hornets.
With 1:06 to go in the game, 65-59. Gideon on top of Holcomb. You're watching high school basketball on YHC TV.
$30,000. Do I hear 40? $40,000. Do I hear 50? 50,000. I have 50,000. Going once, twice. Sold to the gentleman in the center.
Hi.
Moving on. This is a 19th.
Okay. I want to go ahead and sell it now.
Sell what?
That thing I bought.
Constantly buying and selling stocks doesn't make much sense either. That's why Edward Jones recommends investment strategies that have proven themselves over the long term. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Glen St. Ford on Highway 49 North in Paragould is your Ford Mercury dealer. Glen St. in Paragould has great deals every day on all Ford and Mercury vehicles. We also have the best selection of pre-owned vehicles around. Glen St. in Paragould has an outstanding service department with some of the top technicians in the country. We're located on Highway 49 North in Paragould. Glensane Ford, where our price and friendliness bring you here and our service bring you back.
Imagine a future where one company could offer you cable, internet, and phone. Well, with New Wave, you get digital cable with DVR, HD TV, and an interactive guide. Unbelievable speed with high-speed internet. And now, even digital phone service, giving you unlimited calling coast to coast. All from one company. Welcome to the future. Call New Wave Communications now for great installation specials.
Ed Holcomb's not out of it.
No, they're not.
And
there's no quit.
No, there's no quit. And I think what they're going to try to do is either go for the steal and if not, do the quick foul and make Gideon beat them from the free throw line. Both coaches working very hard tonight. Both teams working very hard. Where Gideon has substituted freely tonight, Holcomb has gone with actually 7 guys, and you can tell that they're a little fatigued right now.
Yes.
Good timeout that time by Coach McBroom to give his team a little breather, tell him what he expects from them, and see what happens here.
The substitutions in the first half by Coach Sexton is really starting to pay off for him. But I tell you, the acquisition of those 3 players, giving them that depth and that option.
And height.
Yes.
I tell you, Johnson and Robinson leap extremely well.
Yes.
Robinson will inbound for the Bulldogs. Looks for Boone, gets it to him in the corner. Holcomb's all over him. Boone still has it, gets it to Foster. Foster to Miller. Miller down in the corner to Johnson. Johnson out front to Foster, to Boone. And he's going to be fouled by Branch. That's going to be Branch's third. That's who Gideon wants the free throw line. You know that.
Absolutely. Well, what was it? 4-on-1 for Holcomb Hornets on Jordan Boone here at the other end of the court?
Down in the corner. The line to shoot a 1-and-1 will be Jordan Boone. He's 7 for 8 from the free throw line tonight. Make that 8 for 9. 53 seconds to go. Gideon on top by 7. This next one up. Scores it. Kirkpatrick with the ball. Gets it to Branch. Back to Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick thought about a 3. Gets it to Murdoch. Skips it to Kirkpatrick. Down to 40 seconds to go. Kirkpatrick for 2. Will not go. Rebounded inside that time by Casey. Ball blocked. Fuller with the shot. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Boone.
Great defense there by Max Johnson.
25 seconds to go. Boone has it. Going to go length of the floor. Puts it up. Will not go. We're going to have a blocking foul on the Hornets. With 22 seconds to go, Boone to the free throw line. Will shoot 2. Foul called on Heath Murdoch, his third. Team's 10th. Boone has filled that thing up from the free throw line tonight. That one in and out. 67-59. Gideon on top by 8 with 22 seconds to go. Free throw in and out. Rebounded by Casey. Gets it to Kirkpatrick.
On that.
Well, we may have. Branch in the corner for 3. In and out. Rebounded high that time was Johnson. Ball tipped around. Foster comes away with it. We're down to 8 seconds. Miller with the ball in the corner. Gets it to Boone. Boone's going to go inside. Going to be fouled by Murdoch. I think it's Murdoch. Yes, his 4th foul. 5 seconds to go. The line to shoot 2 will be Jordan Boone. First free throw, scores it. Trosper coming in for Max Johnson, who looks like he may have turned an ankle there a little bit. He's walking on it very gingerly. It could be his knee. He's reaching down to that just a minute. He's in a little bit of pain, but what a great game he played. Standing ovation by the Gideon crowd. Next one by Boone, scores it. Holcomb will inbound. Branch has it. He's going to put up as the horn goes off, puts it up, will not go. In this game, the Gideon Bulldogs come from behind at half. They trailed at half and come from behind to win this game by 10, 69-59 over the Holcomb Hornets. Ed, before we go to the post-game show, what did you think?
Well, Gideon, they did exactly what we thought they'd do. They came after it in the third quarter, and I think that's where they won the ball game. I was talking with Coach Sexton at church this past Sunday, and he was talking about the game last Friday at Clarkton and how Clarkton kind of got after them in the third quarter and put the game away there. And I know that's what he wanted to do this week around, and proved successful for him this time.
Well, we're going to take a short break, and we'll be back in just a moment with your recap of the ball game. You're watching high school basketball on YHC TV.
With a former All-State basketball player and a current school board member, the law firm of Welch, Todd & Parker supports high school athletics. Our firm is involved in all areas of the law, and your first consultation is free. The firm is comprised of attorneys John Welch, Darren Todd, and Cameron Bunning Parker, along with 4 staff members ready to serve you. Welch, Todd & Parker is located at 100 West Main in Malden. Come by or call us at 573-276-2261 for any of your legal needs.
How are you doing today?
Doing great, wonderful.
Hello, and welcome to What's Cooking in Our House.
Hello, and welcome to this week's edition of Hometown Shorts.
Todd, welcome to the show.
Bill, thank you very much.
Year, so or this game tournament, so I'm not.
Well, our final stats of the game for the Gideon Bulldogs, who now go to 5-8 on the season. They were led in scoring by Jordan Boone. Now, Boone really had a last quarter. Most of those free throws, he had 2, 4, 6, 8 free throws and one field goal. He had 17 total points. And then it was 14 by Curtis Miller, the sophomore. He had a great game.
Great third quarter.
Sure did. 10 by Max Johnson, 9 each by Zach Robinson and Travis Miller, 4 to Casey Woodall, and 2 to Jared Foster. That was the scoring. Gideon 14 for 20 from the free throw line. For the Holcomb Hornets, they were led in scoring by Heath Murdoch with 20, Chad Adams with 17, 9 to Michael Casey, 4 to Lucas Fuller, 3 each to Chase Branch, Stephen Kirkpatrick, and Zach Williams. Holcomb 8 for 12 from the free throw line. 10-point win. Holcomb goes to 3-10 on the season, but a much improved ball club from what we saw at the Clarkton tournament. Gideon, really improved ball club. Woodall now has his feet under him. You can tell that he knows where he is on the floor. I was very impressed with Johnson and Robinson, their first games for the Bulldogs. Those guys are going to be a big help to this team.
Absolutely. Those 3 individuals accounted for 23 points.
Yep.
So Coach Sexton has to be excited going into the home stretch here, leading into the districts.
Yep. I thought it was a good game. We want to thank the Gideon administration, the coaching staff, and the maintenance people for getting us set up here at the Gideon schools. We enjoyed it. Enjoyed the people from Holcomb and from Gideon. And we're glad, Ed, that both of these towns are on New Wave Cable.
Absolutely.
And we appreciate Ed is the regional manager for New Wave Communications, and we really appreciate all the things that New Wave does to help 21 to get ball games out. Also, our newscast played Monday through Friday at 6:30 in the mornings live, and we try to cover all the communities. If you have something going on in your community that's a positive thing, we would like to hear about it, to tell everybody about what's happening in your community.
Absolutely.
Shed a little light, positive light on your community. Just let us know. You can fax that information, 276-4797, or email us at news, that's NEWS, at yhctv.com. And we'll be more than glad to put that on the air. We also replay that newscast at noon, at 6:30 p.m. and midnight, and then we turn around and replay it at 1:30 in the morning. We do high school basketball. We have cooking shows. We have hometown shorts. We were over at Gideon last year for their homecoming, did their parade. Yes. And we'll be back again this year to do their homecoming parade at Labor Day. What a great turnout they always have. We'll be at Holcomb and a few things. We'll be down to Holcomb Gym. I didn't bring my schedule with me, but we'll be down to Holcomb in a couple of weeks to bring a game from Holcomb, and we look forward to that.
Absolutely. And again, New Wave's proud to be in the communities that we serve. They're all great people, great towns to be in. We appreciate what they've done for New Wave and supporting us as we launch new products and services. And it's just an exciting time. Great time.
Well, I want to also say we have a racing show. We take some circle trackers, and then we take some drag strip guys, and they come in, and we talk racing with them during the off season, and then during the season. Sonia Schill has a show called Style Search, which is very, very professionally done. And I think you would enjoy our station whenever we have nothing running. We run what we call roll ads, and all you businesses out there, get in touch with us if you would like to get your business advertised on YHC TV. We're in 11,000 households now. That equates to a little over 40,000 people, and we're very, very happy with that. And we run roll ads with great music behind it, music that you can understand and listen to and enjoy. The players out here before a pregame probably wouldn't like the music, but people my age and a little bit younger and a little bit older seem to really enjoy that music.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Just kidding, young people. We want you to watch YEC TV. We want you to watch the basketball games. Again, we have 14 of the communities that have school districts. We will be doing a basketball game, at least one from each community in their home gym. So, again, if we haven't been to your school yet, we will be before the year's over. For Ed Gargis, I'm Bill Hampton. Our camera person tonight is Kim Stokes. She does a great job, been with us all year, and we appreciate her help. She does a very professional job, and we appreciate that. Glad that you joined us on YHC TV. Till next time, if you're out and about on those roadways, please put those seatbelts on. We'd like to see you back with us. And don't forget, live today, learn from yesterday, and look forward to tomorrow.